person singular. If I'm asking first person singular, they want to show the card like this, I. If I'm asking second person plural, you. So I'll show for you both common. So I wrote as plural second person like that. Then third person singular means they want to show he, she, it. So like that also we can play the game for the revision class.
Okay. Ashwini, can you just show that again?
Ma'am, is it clear?
Yeah. Can you just explain?
Okay, ma'am. Pronoun replaces the noun. Rom is replaced by he. Dog is replaced by it. Sita is replaced by she. Ram and Ravi are replaced by they. Mary is replaced by you. Ashwini is replaced by I.
Okay. Okay. Today, the new topic which we are going to take is pronouns. Sorry, verbs. So I have just forwarded a message. There you can see the verb action song. Okay. So the tune is, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Okay. With that tune, who can sing the rhyme which I have shared with you all? The rhyme of the verbs which I have shared with you all.
Okay, I'll do that. Yes, Sweta ma'am, I'll do.
Yes, please start.
Jyoti, want to do?
It's okay, Sunita, you do, then she will also do. No problem.
Thank you. Okay. If you're running and you know it, that's a verb. If you're jumping and you know it, that's a verb. Action, action everywhere. Verbs are moving through the air.
Okay, we can do one thing. Sunita has given few lines, like she has said, if you're running and you know it, that's a verb. If you're jumping and you know it, that's a verb. So all of you keep adding one by one. All of you keep adding one more line to it.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, others also. Now you change the verb and add. Change the verb and sing. Others.
Singing and you know it, that's a verb.
Yes, like that. Others also please contribute. Everybody add one, add any one thing.
If you are dancing and you know it, that's a verb.
Repeat it twice.
Okay.
If you are dancing and you know it, then that's a verb.
Yes. If you're dancing and you know it, that's a verb. Okay.
If you're walking and you know it, that's a verb. If you're walking and you know it, that's a verb.
Yes. So every student will get a chance, and like in your class, all the students will keep adding one word, and they will keep singing this. Okay. Now I'm sharing the story. What story can be there? So you can have the character, that there is a character will be the action hero and his friends. There are his friends, okay, and they have to learn new actions. So Verbi, who is the hero, goes on an adventure where he teaches his friends how to jump, how to run, how to dance, how to sing. And every time Verbi performs an action, the word for that action appears above his head in bold letters, and his friends excitedly follow along. You can also include that rhyme here. that Verbi is going on adventure and he is teaching his friends one by one how to jump. If you're jumping and you know it, that's a verb. Then Verbi goes on goes a little ahead and there he teaches to run. So then you say what you will sing for run.
If you are
And you know it.
That's a verb. Okay. So this way, you can have the story along with this rhyme. And how can you doodle it? You can draw Verbi as a superhero. A superhero Verbi you can draw, and he's doing different actions. Like he is jumping. So jump pops up. You can pop up the jump where you have written jump. You can pop up that in the doodle. So that way you can make the drawings also. And his friends can be drawn mimicking his actions with different verbs written above them as they perform their activities. Right? Any other idea you have?
ma'am, I can't see you. Okay, okay. Now I can see. Okay.
Hmm. Any other idea? Which game is the most popular game for verbs? Now we are giving the color red. We are giving the color red. So black is for nouns, pink is for pronouns, red is for verbs. So you have to keep adding the envelopes with you, okay? Where you will ask the students, okay, this word will go in black. Will this word go in pink? Will this word go in red?
Red.
Okay. So that way you'll keep asking them, right? So if I tell the word jump, it will go in the red envelope. If I tell chair, it will go in the black envelope. If I tell the word he, it will go in the pink envelope. Okay. So they can do this action. Okay. And they can tell. Also, you can play a game where you can tell the children if you are telling something which has already happened, like past tense, then you have to do this. That means past tense. This means present tense. And this means future tense. Okay, so now we can play a game with the children where we do, okay. For nouns also, we can have this as common noun and this as proper noun. Common means general name and proper means special name. So we can play the game city, Jodhpur, country, India. Okay, so the special name will be pointed by this. Okay. Like fan, which fan it can be? What will be the, yes, Usha fan. Okay. Car, which car?
Audi.
Mobile, which mobile?
Okay.
Samsung.
Samsung. Okay. So this way you can have school with school.
Jump.
So you can play this game with the children. So now you can ask them to make sentence. For example, if I'm doing this action and then I'm doing this action, they have to make a sentence. So this means any common name. So the boy, this means action in present tense. The boy walks or the boy sings or the boy runs. If I do this, that means the boy sang. If I do this, the boy will sing. The boy sang. The boy sings. So today, yesterday, and future. Today, yesterday, yesterday and tomorrow. So past is this, present and future. Past, present, future. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. So you can have the subject verb conjugation now. The child walks. I walk, you walk, we walk, they walk, he walks, she walks, it walks. Okay. So now we have done nouns, pronouns, and verbs. So sentences can be made, subject and verb. That can be one sentence. Okay. So the kind of doodle I was talking about, I'm sharing that doodle also so that you can get the idea and you all can also try to doodle that. So the story which we have done just now, that Verbi the verb with his friends, you can see with this picture, they can easily understand verbs, right? What all games you can play with them? Simon Says. Are you all aware about the Simon Says game? Simon Says.
When say
You
stand
just
up.
have to do the
Simon.
action. Simon says
Yeah.
clap, everybody will clap.
Yes, ma'am.
Simon says jump, everybody will jump. Everybody will jump. Simon says eat, and vice versa. When you just do the action and the children will tell what you are doing. Okay, if you do
Yes.
this action, they have to tell eating. Okay, so this can be done. Which other games can be done for verbs? Okay, for verbs, it is very, very important that anything which you can do is a verb. And anything which you cannot do is also a verb. I can dance. That's a verb. I cannot swim. That's also a verb. So yeah, you can make children speak what all you can do and what all you cannot do. So all of you right now, tell me what I can do and what I cannot do. Everybody give one sentence. Let's start with with in alphabetical order. So let's start with Ashwini. So we have
Ma'am, we have to
Ashwini
as
M
per
and
kid or
Ashwini
as per
H.
myself? Ma'am, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. We have to show as per kid or as per myself.
You. Right now you are
Okay,
the
okay.
student. So let's start with Ashwini M and then Ashwini N and then according to the alphabet you have to take. Yes, start.
I can sing. I cannot dance.
Next.
I can.
Ekta,
Can I tell? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I can read. Um, I cannot draw.
Okay. Next.
me, Ekta. I can cook. I can't fly.
Okay. Next.
I can sing. I cannot speak French.
Okay. Next.
I can dance. I cannot sing the song.
Okay. Okay. Next.
I can ride bicycle, but I cannot ride car.
Okay. Who is left?
I can swim, but I cannot run.
Okay.
My turn. I can color. I cannot draw.
Anybody left?
I cannot jump.
Okay. Now, I have shared one more rhyme, which is on the tune, the wheels of the bus goes round and round, round and round. Can you sing this? Sunita, try.
Yes. Verbs are action, words we go, we do. Verbs are action, sorry. Verbs are action, words we do. They tell us what happens to. We can jump and we can run, run. We can jump and we can run. Verb makes learning fun. Clap your hands and stamp your feet. Clap your hands and stamp your feet. Dance and move to the beat. Verbs are action that we do all day long, it's true. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. So the more you sing to them, the more they will enjoy your class. Okay. Any other activity? you have in your mind for verbs? Now,
Give me
verbs
the
can
clue.
be easily checked by using to and ing. We can only use to and ing with verbs. To sing or singing. So, if it is a verb, you can place to or you can place ing at the back. Right? Got it? You cannot have two chair. So to, what to do? To sing, to dance. And ing, singing. You cannot have cheering. You cannot have walling. Okay, so noun के पीछे या adjective के पीछे हम ing नहीं लगा सकते ना. Like softing नहीं होगा ना. Verb के पीछे ही ing लगता है ना. ing से हम check कर सकते हैं कि whether it is a verb or not. Dance, dancing, sing, singing, है ना. Click, clicking, है ना. बट हम ही के साथ तो ing नहीं लगा सकते ना. Preposition, conjunction, इन सब के साथ हम ing नहीं लगा सकते. Right? So this is a way how you can check. Okay. Now, talking about different games, what all games we can play. So you can have an action game where you can have, you can write the action verbs, like you can write jump, okay, on a slip of paper, and then you can place them in a bowl. Now, in the bowl, you will place all the chits, like jump, swim, dance. So each student picks a slip and acts out the word without speaking, and the other students have to guess the word. That is one. Then Simon says we have already done. So you can have Simon says where you are giving the command. Simon says jump, so everybody is jumping. Simon says spin, Simon says run. So if a command does not start with Simon says, students should remain still. So that's how you can have the twist in your game. They will enjoy. They have to be very careful. They have to do the action only when you say Simon says. If you don't say Simon says, if you say something else, they don't have to do the action. Okay. So that can be one game which they can play. Then you can have verb freeze dance. How to play? You can play some music, and as the music stops, what you will do? You will call out an action verb. So all the students must freeze in a pose that mimics that verb. For example, if you say jump, they must freeze in a jumping pose. Okay, so that can be a game, verb freeze dance. Then you can also have verb relay race. How you can have verb relay race? You will divide your students into teams and create a relay race where each student must act out a different verb. Okay, before tagging the next teammate. For example, अगर मैंने बोला, I'm the first person, ठीक है? If I'm running, so the second person will do something else. He will do hopping. The third one has to do something different. He or she might skip and so on. So when you have this relay race, so I am hopping, somebody is skipping, somebody is running. So different verbs you can use for your relay race. Then you can also have scavenger hunt game. What you will do, you will create a list of action verbs, okay, and then you will find something you can jump over or you can throw, okay. So what you will do is, you will send students on a hunt to find objects or places around the classroom or playground where they can perform the actions on the list, okay. So whatever you have written on the list, they have to perform that by going to different places. Or you can hide these chits. The other way you can play the same game is, you can have the chits and you can hide these chits in the classroom. They have to find out and they have to open the chit and do the action, and the other students will be guessing what the word is written on the chit. So this will be like, you know, gross motor skills will be developing, because the students, they do get bored very easily, you know. If you are doing the same game again and again, they'll not find it interesting. But with the help of scavenger hunt, they have to go and search for the chits, open and do the action. So they will enjoy that. Okay. So that can be one game. Then you can have action verb ball toss. That means what you will do, you will stand in a circle, okay, and you will have a soft ball. So the first student throws the ball to someone and says an action verb like run. The person who catches the ball has to act out the verb quickly, then toss it to another student while giving the new word. So it is like passing the parcel game. And every time what you have to do is you have to think of a verb and tell the person to do the action and then pass the ball. Then you can have verb Pictionary. What is verb Pictionary? What is Pictionary? Here they have to
Pictionary means draw the picture.
So on the board, rather than writing swimming, rather than writing flying, rather than writing jumping, you have to, one student will come and draw and the other must guess the word. That's a simple. Or you can show the picture and they have to tell. You can also show a picture and then you can ask them, how many verbs can you see in this picture? Maybe when you are showing a book and there is a story, a picture of a story or any scene, any picture, and they have to find out the verbs. What is going on in the picture? If this is a picture of a picnic, so they have to tell how many actions. Okay, somebody is playing, somebody is jumping, somebody is throwing balls, somebody is sitting on the mat, somebody is eating sandwich. So they have to tell from the picture what all actions are there. Okay. So that can be one game, right? And then you can have hopscotch. How will you play hopscotch? You will draw a hopscotch grid and you have to write different verbs in each square. So they have to hop from square to square and they have to act out the verb in each square before moving to the next one. So why do we need these kind of activities? These activities where, they have to run, they have to jump, or they have to move around. Why these activities are important? To keep in control the hyperactive children, those children who have high energy levels. It is very difficult for them to sit on one place and absorb whatever you are teaching. They will only understand things when they move around. When they are moving around, then only they can understand what you are telling them. So for them, these kind of activities are very important where they have their gross motor development along with the topic which you're taking. So your activities, your games should be keeping in mind those children who for whom it's very difficult to sit on one place. Okay. So this is all about verbs. Any questions, any doubts anyone has? It's a very simple topic. Yet you need to be, now see, when you are taking grammar classes, always keep in mind that first day we did nouns, then we did pronouns, then we are doing verbs. Tomorrow we'll do adjectives. So the children have to keep revising the previous topics as well. When you are doing verb, now when we do the sentence making, we are taking noun also, we are taking pronoun also, we are taking verbs also. So tomorrow when we do adjectives, it's very important to take all the four. Nouns also, pronouns also, verbs also, and then adjectives also. Then next day when we do adverbs, we have to start from nouns. So your activities should not focus only on the topic which is going on today, but you have to include the previous topics. Okay. Now, one simple activity can be there where you give them the sentence and they have to underline. Okay. Like the boy eats. So boy will be underlined by black color because it's a noun, and eats will be underlined by red color because it's a verb. This is called parsing of sentence. Parsing of sentence helps the children to recall all the parts of speech which they have done earlier also. Like for example, I give the sentence, he sits. So he will be underlined by pink color. Sits will be underlined by red color. So in this way, what you're doing, you are making them do the revision of the previous classes. And the simplest thing to do the revision is keep the small chits and write the words and then show them and ask them which envelope it should go inside. If I show boy, black. If I show she, pink. If I show stand, red. Tomorrow we'll take another part of speech adjective. So we'll have one more color. So we'll have one more colored envelope or colored bowls or colored boxes, small boxes, anything. So show the chit and put it in the respective bowl or box or envelope, whatever you are keeping. This is the best way to make the children understand all the parts of speech without getting confused. Otherwise, I'm very sure the students who are in grade 6 and 7 and 8 and 9, 10 also, they sometimes forget, okay, what is it, an adverb? Or is it a conjunction? Or is it a preposition? Or is it a adverb? Is it an adverb? So if you continuously every day have 10 chits with you, every day keep 10 chits and keep doing this, then your class will enjoy also, and this is going to reinforce whatever they have learned till now. And sometimes when you get confused, you can always Google. Sometimes we also get confused, is it an adverb or a preposition? Is it a noun or an adjective? So you Google, and sometimes the same word can be noun also, it can be a verb also. Okay. So in that case, you have to tell the children, it depends on the sentence where we are using it. To love is a verb. Love is noun also. So when I say she loves her friends, then loves is verb. But when I say love is the most beautiful moment,
And it
then
is a
that
emotion
becomes
noun.
a
Noun, emotion.
abstract noun. It becomes abstract noun.
Right.
Okay. So this way, every day you have to keep in mind that you have to make a lot of revision of the previous things also. That is how the results change. This is my own experience. The teachers giving good results is doing more revision. The more, what new topic you are teaching is important, but more important is how many times you're revising it. Because today you have taught very nicely, but after some time, if the child forgets, then so revision, like those who have done Jolly Phonics, they know that in Jolly Phonics we have to revise all the sounds every single day. When you are doing a last sound, you will start from the first sound. That is why the results are there. So as a teacher, you have to do a lot of revision. And now because you have so many activities to do, so revision should not be like you are teaching again. No, revision should be a kind of evaluation where you are making them do some exercise or making them do play a game, and you are evaluating whether the child is able to play the game. That means he has understood the concept. If he is not able, that means he has not understood. And that's the checkpoint where you need to plan another lesson for the class if they have not understood the concept well. Like for example, as an introduction activity, if you have taken Simon Says game, okay, so evaluation activity should be something different. There you can make them play some different game, maybe that hopscotch game, charade game, Pictionary, whatever, to evaluate. So this way, it will be always a playful method, different method. They won't get bored, and you have to evaluate whether the child is able to understand the concept or not. And you can try so many games. What you can do, what you cannot do is a verb. And then always ask questions. Okay, always ask questions from students. Why this word is a verb? Why eating is a verb? If I ask you all why eating is a verb, what answer you have?
Doing action.
Including action or doing something. It is a doing word.
Yes.
It has ing.
When I
in
go
it.
to schools and I do workshops there, I go enter some classrooms and I ask the children, what is this? It's a verb, it's an adverb, it's an adjective. And then when I ask them, why is it an adjective? They're clueless. They've just learned that ly words are adverbs. But why?
Why?
They don't have any answer to that. So you have to keep questioning, if this is a verb, why it is a verb? Okay. Instead of you telling that the action words are verbs, you ask them, what are verbs? Why this is a verb? Because this is an action. Because I can do it or I cannot do it. So it's an action. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. जैसे you said कि love is the word which we use for as a noun also and as a verb also. But मतलब as a noun we have to use it as a base word, like only
Yes.
love. And for verbs we can use, like if it is a single noun, then it will be loves, and it is plural, then it will be only love, loving, that way loved. That kind of words are, मतलब some words are adding to that base word to become as a verb, or
Yes.
sometimes verb also, lovely.
Yes, so this is you can check nouns by singular and plural, because nouns are only singular and plural. If you do not have a plural of something, that means it's not a noun.
Noun.
Okay, singular and plural are only for nouns. Okay, child and children. Okay, so that's a noun. You cannot have singular and plural for verbs. Can you have plural for verbs? Eat, drink, do they have plural? No. Pronouns में भी होता है, nouns and pronouns में होता है, क्योंकि noun को ही pronoun replace करता है, तो singular and plural is only noun and pronoun. But adjective का pronoun सुना है? Adjective है अगर lovely, तो lovely का कोई plural form होता है? Lovely singular or plural?
No, it has no plural thing, no, like कितना भी प्यार कर लो वो lovely ही होएगा.
Exactly, है ना? So these are the check points. आप nouns को ऐसे भी check कर सकते हो articles लगा के. The, and हम लगाते हैं nouns के पहले, है ना? तो that is again a check point कि ये noun है या नहीं है. Okay. Any other question anyone has? Okay, so see you all tomorrow then. And I'm very, very happy to see the responses from you all, the pictures, the stories, the videos you are sharing. So keep sharing those. You will get points for that. Okay. So for verbs, whatever ideas you have, please share it. And let us all clap for everybody who has shared. Yes, Asha?
Yeah, I'll share it now, ma'am. I have made the video but forgot to share. I thought I have shared, but नहीं हुआ.
No problem, no problem. Because see, it is a mutual learning. Okay, I am just sharing my ideas. So you all are teachers, but when everybody will share their ideas, we all will have so much of learning together, right? Okay, so see you all tomorrow. Bye.